Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The Burning from 1981. It's directed by Tony Maylam and stars Brian Matthews and Leah Ayres. This film is the first producing project for the Weinsteins, Bob and Harvey. Harvey, who you might recall as the deplorable rapist and all-around disgusting pig fucker who forced himself on, or in some cases near, multiple women. And when you know that Harvey Weinstein is partly responsible for this movie's story, so much shit makes sense, like why the girl that spurns her could-be lover's sexual advances is brutally killed off while he is left off the hook for at least 20 minutes. Also, why the character of Glazer comes off as basically a rapist, repeatedly forcibly coming on to a girl he thinks of as his girl, until she finally gives in towards the end of Act 2, a choice for which she is of course slaughtered by the mad-burned killer named Cropsey. Luckily, The Burning is good enough to be able to shake that Harvey Weinstein-shaped monkey off of its back and stand on its own. It's a killer in a summer camp in the woods scenario in 1981, just 1 year after Friday the 13th, so nothing about the film is blazing its own trail or anything, but what it does do, it does well, and that's the kills and the body count. The body count is impressively high, and the kills are equally impressive. But of course they are, because the man responsible for the kills is special makeup effects god Tom Savini, who did the same job for Friday the 13th just the year before. In fact, The Burning was the reason he didn't come back for Friday the 13th Part 2, but that's the real reason you watch this movie, the kills. Definitely not for the story. Although, interestingly, it's based on campfire stories told in the New Jersey area predominantly about a killer named Cropsey, and many years later a documentary called Cropsey would be released that talked about how there really was a Cropsey-esque killer in the area that matched up with the Cropsey urban legends kids told around the campfire. I highly recommend watching that 2009 documentary after watching this. It's super good and super freaky. The Cropsey killer in this film uses a pair of garden shears to kill the campers and camp counselors that he's able to slaughter. Of course, these campers and counselors look much older than the characters they're trying to portray, but that's a common pitfall when it comes to these camp in the woods slasher films of the 80s. Not all of them suffered from it, but most of them did. One exemption would be Sleepaway Camp, for example, which we'll get to eventually. But I'm going to give The Burning a B-, and tomorrow I review the 6th film in the 50 Drive-In Movie Classics collection, Country Blue. See y'all then.